You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is. We back, baby, and we got a lot to talk today. So let's not waste any more time. Let's go. Yes. 'Tis I, RJD. Yeah. Welcome to What the Wrestling, everybody. In case you didn't know what is going on, I am RJD. This is What the Wrestling, and this is your Monday Night Raw review, as always. So, before we get into anything, don't forget to hit the like button. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. You guys already know what time it is. The channels will be located at the bottom of your screen. So hit the YouTube, show some love to the Algo HBO, help a brother out, and let's rock this thing out. So we got a lot to get into today. Man, there's a lot going on right now. But first things first, we want to say speedy recovery to Jerry King Lawler. So, speedy recovery to him. Jerry the King Lawler has been hospitalized in Memphis. So, this is, as far as I know, today is the 7th, and apparently this was updated 3 hours ago. So, this is as far as I know right now. By the time this comes out, something may have changed, but professional wrestler Jerry Lawler has suffered a stroke at his home in Florida. WMC reports. The Memphis television station reported that the 73-year-old has undergone surgery and is recovering in the hospital. Lawler wrestled for decades in the WWE, where he is also well known for his many years as commentator for the promotion. He is well known for his decades of work as a professional wrestler in Memphis. This very unfortunate news. He also had a stroke in 2018, and he also suffered a heart attack on live TV when commenting on WWE Monday Night Raw in 2012. So, you know, he's had his health issues over the years, as we all do. Things happen, and unfortunately, this is yet another thing that Jerry the King Lawler has to deal with. Shout out to the King. We are here at What the Wrestling. Just want to wish him a speedy recovery. No cap, no BS. We're gonna hit the 2 and kick out at 2 always. So we hope that it's the freaking anything like that is a serious business. So we just wish him a speedy recovery, kick out at 2, and get back to doing what he does best. Crazy. I think he just on the last pay-per-view. He was just on one of the last pay-per-views too. So speedy recovery to Jerry King, and we hope to see him back soon. Let's talk about Comcast. So Comcast might be out of the running to buy WWE, according to a couple of new reports from this weekend. When we first announced, and this is comicbook.com, when we first announced its intention to sell to a major corporation, Comcast was named as one of the front runners, honestly, and an obvious bidder, given multiple deals it already has with WWE to air both Monday Night Raw and NXT on the USA Network each week, and house the WWE Network library and live pay-per-views on its streaming service, Peacock. However, it now sounds like NBC, Universal's parent company, has lost interest. CNBC's David Faber interviewed on Friday, and when the subject of Comcast was brought up, he claimed, and I quote, "I'm actually hearing probably not. I hate to say it, although another name I do hear is Endeavor. The idea of bringing together UFC and WWE could be very robust." So that actually would not be bad at all. Like he said, very robust. So Khan tried to push back, saying, "I think they're all possible, and we're still bullish on Comcast being possible. Obviously, there's only so much I say at the moment, but we certainly got a warm reaction in the marketplace from people who seemed interested." He later said, "Shit, the hell am I talking about?" He later said investors can expect the sale to be quick, speculating that a sale could be arranged within the next 3 months. Wow. That is very surprising.
Surprise, motherfucker. WWE,
they're going to get a lot of money for WWE. Whoever buys it, it's going to be upwards north of 6. A lot of money going on, and there are a lot of people that want to buy WWE or are interested in buying WWE. Comcast was one. You had even Tony Khan was up there like, "Hey, you never know." I highly doubt that. You got the whole stuff with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Are they going to buy it? Who knows? But what I do know is this company has been prepped for a sale for at least the last 3 to 5 years. And I would definitely expect a sale to go quick. Now, the problem people are saying is that, and even Nick Khan had to answer this, is if somebody bought WWE, would Vince McMahon step down?
Nope.
We think no. Nick Khan says he would absolutely step down if somebody was interested and they wanted him to step down and step aside and let the new regime run WWE. Let us not forget, the new regime said it was in the shareholders' best interest for Mr. McMahon to not return to the company at all. AKA, we don't say you and I. Triple H at the helm, Stephanie and Nick Khan, co-CEOs. We're good. But Vince McMahon found a way to get back in. He's Vince McMahon after all. And now, if Comcast backs out, this could hurt WWE and lower their stock value. How, you might add? Well, I'll tell you. If one of the biggest players all of a sudden says, "You know what? I'm good on that. I'm going to leave." Other people or other buyers might look at it and say, "You know what? If Comcast is out, maybe this isn't such a good investment after all." And then they'll be out. So it's very possible that that could happen. So WWE needs to be very careful and hope that the marketplace isn't looking at WWE with the side eye, like, listen, with the Tanayo side eye, like, listen, I don't know about this investment. I think WWE is definitely getting sold this year. That's what I believe. And I don't know who it's going to go to. At first, we had all these reports about the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Comcast, people who own UFC, Endeavor. Who the hell knows? I don't know. At this point, I'm tired of speculating. I'm tired of guessing because it's literally could be anybody at this point. Next thing you know, somebody will pull a rabbit out of a hat and say, "Hey, we bought them." And it's somebody nobody even thought about. So they're going to spend billions of dollars to get WWE. But how fast will they recoup that money? No one knows. But they will recoup it because WWE has been around forever. They are making more money hand over fist than they've ever made. These TV deals, I mean, everything. WWE is just racking in the dough. So they are worth a lot. And with Triple H at the helm, if Vince McMahon so chooses to step aside, this will be an easy win for whoever buys them. But maybe this was an attempt to lower the value of WWE so somebody else can come in and buy. I don't know. We'll see. Time will tell. But what I will say is that they're definitely getting sold this year. I can't say not being sold this is moving forward. Quick review from NXT. NXT was this weekend, everybody. And truth be told, it was a solid show. NXT went back on the road. First things first, back on the road, back in the stadium show. That's a plus. That I liked.
Perfect.
The opening match, Wesley and Dijak. Closest thing we're going to get to a takeover type atmosphere. This is the closest thing I've seen to a takeover match since takeover was abolished. These two guys went out there and they basically said, you know what?
Gotcha, bitch.
We're going to steal the show. And there's nothing anybody can do about it. Wesley, fantastic. Dijak, fantastic. Dijak has been fantastic for 2 years, and he's been sitting on the goddamn shelf when he could have been out there killing it and wrestling, but they had him on the shelf for some godforsaken reason. This was great. This felt like a takeover-worthy opening match. This was awesome. Shout out to these two. We had Stacks and Tony D came out of nowhere and interfered Dijak, and then Dijak ended up getting hit with a basically somersault jump kick to the face, which was weird because I'm like, how the hell did this guy kick out of like Wesley's top rope spinning senton finisher, but a kick to the head beat him?
Stop the cap.
Weird. But listen, and the kickouts, a little bit too many kickouts.
Stop the cap.
But this was a great ass match, so we're not going to sit here and complain about this at all. We had Kate Carter and Katana Chance versus Fallon Haley and Kiana James for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. And lo and behold, we got new tag champs, everybody. I think it was Kiana James held down the legs, or was it Hanley? I think Hanley held down the legs, and Kiana James was pushing her legs down to get the flash victory over Carter and Chance. So we got new tag champs. Hopefully they do something with these tag titles. I get the premise of the NXT Women's Tag titles, but it would have just been better for them to have one set of tag titles on all three rosters and just have them float from place to place to place. That would have been dope to me. Apollo Crews and Carmelo Hayes. Melo don't miss. This was good, but I feel like something was missing. I don't know if I had high expectations. Carmelo Hayes.
Stupid.
Wins 2 falls to none. But I just feel like these two guys, they're both fantastic athletes. They're both awesome. It's just, I feel like something was missing here. I don't exactly know what it was. I cannot quite put my finger on it, but something was missing in this match. Commander Aziz comes out of nowhere. I forget his regular name, but it escapes me. Commander Aziz came out of nowhere and distracted Mr. Melo, but he regained momentum, regained his footing, hit the leg drop, nothing but net, and he won the match. He left. Aziz got in the ring and beat up Apollo, and that was all she wrote. He turned his back on Apollo, and nobody liked that. Yeah, nobody was feeling that. So Apollo will now be going into a program with him, I'm guessing. Apollo Crews has not suffered from losing to Melo. I think he lost to Braun Breaker. we can't have this brother just losing to any old Tom, Dick, and Harry. He shouldn't be losing to this guy. I don't care what the hell he's trying to do. So, hopefully, they don't waste Apollo Crews and just have him lose to everybody, because then that takes away from what he's actually trying to do. Roxanne, Perez, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, Toxic Attraction versus Roxy, NXT Women's Championship. Roxanne Perez retains. This was very good. JC Jane, I think, got kicked off. Roxanne Perez beat Gigi. Gigi got kicked off. JC Jane got beat up in the ring, and she took the pinfall. And Roxanne Perez wins. Shout out to Roxy. We like this.
Perfect.
This was solid. Nothing crazy here. Solid match. We had a table spot. I'm actually really beginning to like JC Jane and Gigi Dolan. I think they're improving in the ring every day. I think they're going to continuously get better. And I know Mandy Rose left, and now they're probably going to break this duo up. So they will be Toxic Attraction no more. I like Toxic Attraction. I think there's still work to be done, even though they had the damn titles forever. I think there's still work to be done, but I would like to see Gigi and JC get a little singles push, and let's see how good these ladies really can be, because I think they got more to give. I like these two. NXT Tag Team Champions, the New Day versus Gallus, Pretty Deadly, and Chase U. So, Gallus gets the win.
Give me a hell yeah.
I like Gallus. I think Gallus can be, the two big brutes, Wolfgang, and I forgot the other guy's name. It escapes me. But these guys can be the big brutes, and you can build them up and have some unsuspecting tag team come beat them. I think Pretty Deadly, I think they're out of there. I think Pretty Deadly's going to the main roster. Chase U, they don't really win shit, but they got the crowd, so I'm hoping that at least soon one of these guys gets built up to get at least the NXT North American Championship. Maybe not yet, because I think Dijak is probably getting that thing next. But I think Chase U should be chasing for gold soon. And like I said, the New Day, they went down there. They served their purpose. They put over Gallus. Gallus actually beat the New Day in the ring. Served their purpose. They're doing great. New Day did their thing. Now the New Day could get the hell up out of there. So shout out to the New Day for doing their thing. Then you had Braun Breaker versus Grayson Waller. Braun Breaker retains in a steel cage match. This match was okay. There was no takeover main event by any means, but they're not trying to be. So to be fair to them, they're not trying to be. But Braun Breaker is out of there. I think after WrestleMania, Carmelo Hayes did come out and confront Braun Breaker, and Braun Breaker stood up there like, I'm going to break you. But Carmelo Hayes and Braun Breaker, it's time for Melo. It's time. It's time.
Gotcha, bitch. Respect my authority.
It's time for Melo to get that title. The A champion of NXT. I liked Carmelo Hayes all the way from when he debuted. And I knew that's going to be an NXT champion. I'm surprised they didn't put him in the Royal Rumble, to be honest. It would have been dope. Him or Braun, or both of them. But no room for them this year. That's fine. But Carmelo Hayes is your next NXT champion. Him and Braun Breaker will probably actually have a very good match. Carmelo might cheat. If they beat Braun Breaker clean, they'll give him the send-off, thank you very much. But I think the Raw after WrestleMania, Braun Breaker goes to the main roster. And that's fine. I think he'll do well up there. I still think there's something that could be added to that Braun Breaker character. Just don't know what it is. But I think he's good. I think he's good enough that he can get up there. He can learn on the fly. He's a big guy, good-looking guy, jacked, athletic. He's not as tall as some of those guys, but who gives a crap? He's a big dude. So he'll be all right. Shout out to Braun Breaker. NXT was a good show with an awesome opening match. Let's talk about Monday Night Raw. Monday Night Raw, everybody. Let's talk about what happened on this show, just making our way. So earlier in the night, let's talk about Lita coming back to help Becky Lynch in the cage match. Becky Lynch and Bayley had a cage match. Damage Control was at ringside, but as expected, Dakota Kai was on crutches following Becky Lynch's attack. The match could be won by submission or pinfall or escaping the cage. Both women tried to escape, trying to finish, but at the end, Kai slipped Bayley one of the crutches, which she used to attack Lynch before things could escalate. Lita's music hit, and the WWE Hall of Famer ran down to the ring, taking out Damage Control, slamming the cage door on Bayley, who ate a manhandle slam rock bottom for the win. Now, this is what we were supposed to get a week or two ago, but they ran out of time. They had to cut it. It's cool. We got it here. Lita came back, and Lita and Becky and Bayley have a little history going on there. So good to see Lita come back and help Becky Lynch win. That was good. Good stuff there. Edge and Beth Phoenix laid down a challenge to face Finn Balor and Rhea Ripley at the Elimination Chamber. Now, there was no Rhea Ripley on this show, but I'm not going to lie to you. This does not look good for Rhea, because if Edge and Beth beat Rhea and Finn, that makes Rhea look bad going into the supposed WrestleMania match versus Charlotte. And we don't want Rhea Ripley to look bad. We want her to look strong so that she can beat Charlotte and be the gal. She could be that gal. But I'm honestly tired of seeing Finn Balor and Edge and Judgment Day and Beth Phoenix. I think this is I think they're going to have a kick-ass match. But I would like Edge and Beth Phoenix to move on. Like, Edge could be moving on to something else. Beth Phoenix, first of all, Beth Phoenix, jacked. That is a compliment. Beth Phoenix has been in the damn gym. She's like, this is Glamazon Beth Phoenix that we like. We got the Glamazon back. Woo, shit. Shout out to Beth Phoenix for coming back and looking jacked. They took care of Judgment Day, who came out and interrupted his promo. But the Street Profits came out while Dominic Mysterio was trying to get the hell out of there. Montez Ford threw him back in the ring, and he got hit with the Glam Slam, baby. Shout out to Beth Phoenix. Beth Phoenix right now is looking jacked. Shout out to her. And then, I ain't gonna lie. Stop the show. It's kind of dope, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's kind of dope seeing Edge. If you watch the show on mute, I don't know who has done this, but I've done this because I'll be watching Raw and doing something else on my computer. If you watch the show on mute, Edge be messing with her. You be looking at Edge, and when you watch the show on mute, you really get a taste of the body language, and you could really tell the body language and what's going on and what's kayfabe and what's not. Edge be messing with her. I mean, like, playfully messing with her, and she'd be looking at him like, stop. He'd be like nudging at her. He'd be like, woo, he'd be making faces at her. Shout out to Edge and Beth Phoenix, man. That's dope. So after that brought out Angelo Dawkins and Damian Priest after the commercial break for a qualifying match. Damian Priest did get the win, but he had to work for it. It did not come easy for him. Shout out to Dawkins, who had a very good match. Listen, y'all gonna put some respect on Dawkins' name, man. My brother is getting his shape, and he can wrestle his ass off. Put some respect on his name. Dexter Lumis beat Baron Corbin with a side effect. Later on in the night, JBL said, you can't polish a turd. He basically said he sucks. I tried. And then he got out of there. My man was like, fuck this shit, I'm out. See you later. We also had Brock Lesnar challenge Bobby to a match at the Elimination Chamber. Not gonna lie, I would probably open the show with this, because this match probably ain't gonna be but 10 minutes long. This is gonna be hard hitting. It's gonna be Walter and Walter and Sheamus. Just, I'm a big two beefy dudes beating the crap out of each other. I would open the show with this. I would. I wouldn't open the show with the Elimination Chamber. I would, because we all know it's closing the show. But I would open the show with this. I would do it. That's just me, though. So Lesnar claimed that he couldn't get Lashley out of his mind because he got eliminated. And then he said, Bobby, bring your ass out to the ring. Bobby came down because Lesnar had a contract, but Bobby would not sign it. He said, I'm going to have my team look at it. I'm going to have my lawyer look at it. I'm going to have my girl look at it. I'm going to have Vince McMahon look at it. I'm going to have everybody look at it because I can do that. And you ain't going to do nothing about it. And Brock Lesnar basically said, how dare you? Hit him with an F5. He was about to leave, but the crowd said one more time. So he hit him with another F5. How dare you? Then he was like, gotcha, bitch. Then he was like, this shit, I'm out. And that was all she wrote with that segment. So good segment. Looking forward to this match. They had one very good match, one good match. I think they'll be all right. So Carmelo's back, everybody. Just letting everybody know, Carmelo's back. Candice LeRae, Carmella, Michin, Piper, and Niven tried to qualify for the Elimination Chamber, and Carmella gets the win, even though she didn't do nothing to get the win.
Stop it. Get some help.
All good. She took advantage. That's what heels do. Cedric Alexander and Shelton Benjamin come out with MVP to reunite the Hurt Business. Listen, I don't know if they're reunited, but I will say this. Give me a hell yeah. If it's true. Only if it's true. Put all them brothers back together. Maybe they should come and help Bobby beat. They should all come back, help Bobby beat Brock Lesnar, and reform the Hurt Business at Elimination Chamber. Give me a hell yeah. I said, give me a hell yeah. Respect my authority. I'm just saying. They beat the Alpha Academy, Cedric and Shelton. Shout out to all of these athletic dudes. You forget how good Shelton is, how long he's been there, how strong he is, because he Samoan dropped he Samoan dropped Mr. What the hell is this dude? Wow, name's escaping me tonight. Otis. Samoan dropped Otis. Bruh. It's a big guy. And yeah, good match. A match between The Miz and Rick Boogs set for next week. Bruh. Okay. And then we had Asuka beat Chelsea Green via submission. But Chelsea Green wanted a match. She got her match. Adam Pearce put her in there with Asuka. But Asuka beat the holy hell out of her for a while. Everybody came down to the ring. They were just watching. Asuka then beat her really quick with an armbar. And then Bianca Belair cut a promo on everybody saying how she was the EST. She's going to beat everybody at Elimination Chamber. Oh, I didn't change this. Oops. Stupid. So, Asuka just debuted this new character. Chelsea Green, I know she just got there again, and much respect, but she should have got the holy hell beat out of her. I'm just saying. 3 minutes, armbar, Asuka, kick to the face. Devastating. NXT Asuka. That's what we should see. Not Asuka selling for Chelsea Green. Nah, too soon. Montez Ford beat Elias, everybody, to earn a spot, the final spot in the Elimination Chamber. Could this be the start of the breakup of the Street Profits? Maybe. Bruh. We'll see. We had the best thing on the show. Cody Rhodes came down to cut a promo, and Paul Heyman interrupted him. So, Cody Rhodes came down and cut a promo basically endorsing Sami Zayn, saying, Sami, I hope you win, but if you do win, just know that I'm coming for you. But on Saturday, I wish you luck. May the best man win. So first things first, shout out to that promo. Shout out to endorsing Sami Zayn. The people like Cody, but if Cody goes too hard, they might turn on him. If he goes too soft, they really gonna want Sami. It was just right. Endorse Sami Zayn. Tell him, listen, who knows? It's looking like I might fight the guy with all the momentum, with all the fight, with all of this. Sami Zayn. Shout out to Cody. Awesome start. Awesome start. Then Paul Heyman came down and interrupted him and said, listen, congrats on your victory. And then Cody went into Cody mode. Cody said, listen, can I call you Mr. Heyman? Let me tell you a story about my family. So he went into this story about how Dusty was back in the day, the year 2000. Dusty Rhodes was chilling. He was doing commercials, not for the money, just so that he can keep the car. He was doing car commercials. And Cody said, Paul Heyman called him and said, listen, if you just come on TV, if you just do that, he will get handsomely compensated. And Cody Rhodes and Dusty and his whole family, they were broke. And it was a tough time. It was a hard time for them. And Mr. Heyman allowed Dusty to go do that. And he got compensated for doing that TV appearance. And that, I guess, helped them get through whatever they were going through. So already you see Paul Heyman with the lip quiver. You see Cody. I don't know if that was sweat or if that was tears right here, but you know, Cody doing his best to get your emotions rolling. And then Paul Heyman says, you must understand that I have nothing but admiration for your father. And after that, both men started tearing up. They complimented each other, and Heyman said Dusty had trained and prepared all the top stars in the Performance Center. He had trained and prepared Seth Rollins, trained and prepared Becky Lynch, trained and prepared, I think he said Bayley, trained and prepared your tribal chief, Roman Reigns, but he never trained and prepared his own son. Now, that might be because he wanted you to be your own man, and he didn't want you to be the American dream, Dusty Rhodes' kid. He wanted you to go make it on your own. But that's, by the end of the day, he didn't train you. He said the final conversation I had with Dusty Rhodes, he said Cody was his favorite son. But Roman Reigns was the son he wished he'd always had. Woo! Line of the night right there. Line of the night right there. I was sitting there like, hold up. That one stung. Rhodes said he got up on him. He got real close, and he said, listen. He said, I'm just a messenger. He said, listen, everybody wants to come out here and make this personal. You want to make this personal. But now it was just business, but now it's personal. And I am going to take those titles from Roman Reigns personally. I want to see this match now. Listen, man, we all know what's coming. Sami's going to lose. Jey Uso is going to make his choice, most likely. I'm all for Sami Zayn getting the title. Who knows? He might stay white hot, and then he goes into a program with Cody. Who knows? I don't know. But what I do know is that Sami Zayn, well, he's going to end up getting the tag titles anyway with KO. But what I do know is Sami Zayn right now is the hottest thing smoking, the hottest babyface in WWE. But Cody Rhodes is also a big star. Cody needs to win this match. He might not even beat Roman Reigns. Who knows? We everybody here is just assuming that Cody is going to win. Cody might not win. He might not win. They might hold that shit off until SummerSlam. We don't know. I would do it at Mania, but that's just me. But who knows? So I know everybody wants Sami Zayn and everybody's talking about Sami, but Cody and Roman, they're going to have a fantastic match. It's going to be awesome. Tranquilo. This was awesome. Awesome promo by both guys. So with that being said, I am out of here. Everybody be safe. You guys already know what it is. Listen, love all y'all guys. Catch me tomorrow with more news coming to you live from New York City. Everybody enjoy. Be safe. I am out. Peace.